Hello Okanagan hiking friends. Today is Tuesday, May 27, 2025, approximately 4:20 in the afternoon, and I am here at the Angel Springs parking lot, which is part of MYRA Bellevue Provincial Park. Anyways, I just arrived here a couple minutes ago. The road over there is called Little White Forest Service Road, and it's an extension from the June Springs Road. So if you Google Kelowna June Springs Road, you drive to the end, there's a roundabout where the paved part ends, and then the Forest Service Road continues, a gravel road, which goes up to the KVR. From where the June Springs Road finishes and the Forest Service Road starts, it's approximately 1 kilometer to get to the parking lot here, the Angel Springs parking lot. Anyways, like I said, it's late, 4:20. I'm here today just to do a short hike, maybe 2.5 kilometers up, 2.5 kilometers down, maybe 5 kilometers altogether. And I'm gonna hike with my rebar hiking poles to get a little bit of an upper body workout. And I have also bear spray with me because there's a lot of bears out here, I've been told. I haven't seen one lately, but it's bear season. Anyways, so you see here behind me the Angel Springs parking lot, and I'm just walking over here to where the trail starts, and I'll show you here in a second. The trail is called MYRA Bellevue Trail. There it is. MYRA Bellevue Trail. I hope you can read it. And I've got my Garmin watch with me, and I've set it to activity hike. So I'm gonna start it right now, and we're gonna hike that way, okay? Okay, I've started the watch. There it is. The watch is running, so yeah, let's go for a short hike and see if we find something interesting today. So this is MYRA Bellevue, and if you follow this trail, MYRA Bellevue, this direction, it's going downhill all the way to Rummick Road. It crosses Rummick Road, and then the MYRA Bellevue continues down to towards Lost Lake and Piper Trail and so on. Anyways, but we're not going that far. We're just going down here on this trail, maybe a kilometer, and exploring a little bit. Okay, talk to you in a second again, in a moment. I'm hiking here on the MYRA Bellevue. It is going downhill. It's a very nice trail, very green, and I'm keeping the eyes open and scanning to see wildlife, bears. But so far so good. I'm 750 meters into the hike, 8 minutes 15. So let's see what we find today. Maybe we find something interesting. Okay, I'll get back to you in a minute. Hikers, first kilometer in 10:32. First kilometer in 10:32, and look at this, I'm here at the intersection. How interesting is this? See, here's the MYRA Bellevue, and there's a post here. No name for this trail. So 1 kilometer from the parking lot here on MYRA Bellevue, this intersection is a new trail. So I'm gonna hike up this trail and see if I find something up there. I don't think I've ever been on this trail, so let's explore it. Lots of mosquitoes, watch this. Yeah, lots of mosquitoes. It has rained a lot and now it's getting warm, so these buggers are around. Okay, new trail. It's going uphill. Don't know the name of the trail and don't really know where it's going. So let's continue up there for a little bit. So I'm hiking this unknown trail and look, it looks very nice. And the trail is actually in really good condition here. So somebody maintains this trail, or has maintained this trail, I would say in the last year for sure. Probably FOSS, the Friends of South Slope. But look at this, it looks really good. Okay, 1.54 kilometers, 16 minutes 30 seconds, and the trail all of a sudden starts to incline. So let's see where it gets us. Look, quite steep. When you look at this trail here right now, looks like when it rains, this is a creek. Yeah, it's going uphill. Yeah, quite a bit. Up. But like a medium high hiking difficulty, I would think. Not too bad. Yeah, I think anybody can hike this. Okay, hiking friends. The Garmin just indicated 2 kilometers and 11:39, I think. So I'm 2 kilometers away from the parking lot and 1 kilometer up this trail where I don't know the name of. And right here at 1 kilometer it levels out. Yeah, it's level here. Very interesting. Yeah. Interesting. So, okay, mosquitoes are out. Anyways, I'm going to go a little bit further. Yeah, look. Yeah, it's so close to the parking lot, but feels a little spooky here. Okay. Yeah, okay, let's continue a little bit further. Hikers, here I'm at 2.18 on this trail I don't know, and there seems to be another trail here. Look, a small trail going probably towards the I don't know, canyon or something. So yeah, it looks like a trail people have used. So I'm gonna go this way and check it out. Maybe there's something interesting at the end of this trail. Okay, 2.18k here to this intersection. All right, let's check it out this way. Oh my God, hiking friends. Look, there's a building. Oh my God. Wow, let's check it out. Wow, who put this building here? My God. I wonder how old it is. Okay, let's walk around a little bit and yeah, let's check it out a little bit, okay? What do you think about that? Interesting. So yeah, there's a drop here. So I'm going to go around now the other way, okay? Wow. Awesome, eh? I like those old houses. I like them. I don't know why. History. I don't know how old it is, but I would guess it's 100 years old. Maybe, yeah, maybe 100 years. Maybe built in the 20s or 30s or something like that. Maybe 40s. Very nice. And yeah, right here, look, there's a little cliff I show you. Couple meter drop, and then the view of Lake Okanagan. So anyways, let's go a little bit further around, and then we're gonna go inside. Okay, hikers, let's have a look inside and hope the thing doesn't collapse when we're in there, okay? All right. So this was the living room. There's probably no doubt about that. And yes, they had a beautiful view. Wow, wow, wow. Okay. So if this was the living room, maybe it was the living room, dining room. And maybe this was the, I forgot the name. From the kitchen to the dining room. Well, let's check it out. You know what? I think this could have been the dining room, and over there was the living room. Look, the shelves that connect the living room and the dining room. Nice bookshelf over there. And here, this looks like the kitchen, right? The sink, probably the stove over there, or the kitchen counter. So sink, kitchen counter, kitchen cabinets, and when you look over there, look, it looks like the stove was there, you know, like a, see, this is the, looks like a the stove pipe that went to the roof, and this is like a protection plate. So the stove was sitting here for heating and for cooking, very close to the wall. That's why they put this metal thing up there. So let's assume that they used it for cooking and for heating. And there's the kitchen cabinet, oil plumbing, and this, well, let me see if there's a hole in the bottom. So there's no hole in the bottom, so it was not a toilet, so this was probably the pantry or closet. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Pantry, closet. And look at these things here on the right side. There could have been a shelf there. And over there you can see it too. See, there's one there, piece of wood there, piece of wood there. And there was probably a shelf there. Interesting. Okay, so I'm gonna go upstairs now, really quickly. The stairs look like they could fail a little bit, so very careful. Very careful. Okay. Yeah. It's a little scary here. And not because of spooky ghosts, just because if this collapses when you're in it, I don't think that's a good thing. So anyways, this is the bedroom, obviously. Have a quick walk around. Okay. This is it again. They had a fantastic view onto the lake. Wow. hiking friends. I'm tiptoeing here because, like I said, this is it's probably a little dangerous. So let's get out of here, okay? Yeah, super nice. Very old place. Walk very carefully. You see the stairs? So when the board goes away, and eventually one day the step will go down, yeah? It's only lying on like a quarter inch, yeah. Okay, this is it. I'm getting out of here. Wow, what a surprise. And here, nice outside deck. Very, very interesting. Okay, I'm gonna walk around a little bit more and maybe I can find an outhouse or something, because they must have an outhouse here somewhere a long time ago. So let's see if we can find something here. All right. You see this metal? That's an old mattress. And those chromed metal pieces, they're legs from a table. Old table legs. 1, 2, 3. There's probably another one here somewhere. Okay, let's walk around a little bit here and see if we can find something else. Outhouse or cabin or something. So here I'm walking below the house. See, this is what I said, the cliff, you know what I mean. It's just a drop. Yeah, so at night when you live here and you walk out at night, be careful you don't fall down. And then here's another one, super steep. And look, over there looks like an old chair. Well, we're gonna check that out too, okay? Look at this, hikers. An old metal chair. Wow. Interesting. A relic. Okay, hiking friends. I think I've seen enough here. There's a chair. There's the old abandoned house, the small abandoned house. So I'm gonna hike back up to the house, grab my rebar hiking poles and hike back to the parking lot. Hiking friends, this is it. I say goodbye to the small abandoned house. How much longer it will be here before it completely collapses. And it will. Yeah. Anyways, let's hike back to the parking lot. It's 5:35, 2.9 kilometers. Time to head back. And yeah, here at the old house, tons and tons of ticks. I already had 3, and just another one here. Yeah, lots of ticks here. Holy Moses. Okay, 2.9 kilometers here, where the unknown trail intersection is here to the old abandoned house. 2.9 kilometers and 5:37. Hiking back downhill the unnamed trail. So spooky. I'm expecting a bear here around any corner. hikers, we're back at MYRA Bailout Trail, and you have to turn right to get back to the Angel Springs parking lot. Kilometer 4 just indicated 1040 or something, which is really good, but it was also downhill from that abandoned house down here to the MYRA Bailout Trail, and now it's uphill to the Angel Springs parking lot. Again here in the spooky part. A little bit of water here. The MYRA Bailout, you see? Water is running down the trail, making it very muddy. Hikers, I can see the parking lot. Five kilometer, 9:46. 9 minutes 46 seconds, that's very good. Happy with that. So here we are, back at the parking lot. Already, I'm going to stop the Garmin watch. Stop it. Click the save button. Let's see what it says. 5.04 kilometers, 1 hour 25. Okay, hikers, this is it. This was a nice little hike to the small abandoned house here at MYRA Bellevue Provincial Park. So I have to, I'm just going to put the hiking sticks back to my vehicle, and then I'm going to just say a couple of words here at the end. Nice to see that the vehicle is still there and nobody broke into it. Alright, hikers, so this was a nice little hike. Like I told you at the beginning, the way to get here is you drive to the end of June Springs Road. That's where the Little White Forest Service Road starts, the gravel road that goes up to the KBR. And you drive that gravel road for 1 kilometer. See, there's even the kilometer sign on the tree. And you turn right here onto the parking lot, the Angel Springs parking lot. Yeah, nice little hike. I have to make a confession. I knew that the abandoned house existed. I knew that it was there, but I've never been there. A hiking friend told me about it, and he gave me the information, the Strava info. That's why it was very easy to find, because you get all the meters and the distances and everything. So yeah, it was a nice little hike. I'm happy to have seen the abandoned house. I just wanted to say to you, if you ever decide to check out the house yourself, you have to be careful. I obviously did the hike myself. It's only like 2.4k in, 2.4k out. I mean, it's half an hour, less than half an hour to get there, half hour to get out. But I did let somebody know that I was here, and I told him that I go to the little abandoned house, so somebody knew where I was going and so on. So if you ever come here by yourself or with friends, be careful. If you go to the house, be careful. It's an abandoned house. If you decide to go in there, it's your responsibility, of course. It's potentially dangerous. You know, one day it will collapse. Let's hope that you're not in it when it does collapse, because it will probably squeeze you to death. And when I was in the house there, I always stay close to the windows, you know, the side windows, so if I hear something funny, maybe there's enough time to jump out of the window, you know, and survive. Because you don't want to be in it when it collapses onto you. And if you ever decide to go with a group, a few people, I think a smart thing to do would be only one person at a time goes in it, checks it out, and then comes out before the other person goes in. So in case something does happen, and there's some people that could help or get help, you know. I mean, that's just the way it is, right? There is danger. There's danger in everything. I mean, here when you hike around, there could be bears or cougars, and I've got bear spray with me. Yeah, and if you come to something abandoned, like a building or a mine, I mean, that could be even more dangerous. I personally would never walk into a mine or a mine shaft or anything like this. I mean, you never know. Imagine that collapses on you, or there are gases in there. But anyways, that's a different topic. So if you ever go into an abandoned building, be careful and think of the possibility that it could collapse. So yeah, your responsibility. Anyways, this was a nice little hike, and yeah, nice little building. Interesting to see these old buildings. Yeah, like, I think it's super interesting. And yeah, I guess I talk to you again on a different hike. So take care.